Welcome to the Continuous Improvement series by The Millisecond, a D-Media company. This is where we focus on Six Sigma consultation, video training, the use of our e-learning SaaS platform, which is fully customizable, business operation consultations, and overall continuous improvement for staff and leaders. Continuous improvement for companies takes an outside perspective. It takes fresh video. It takes a platform where employees and customers can get training and education. And it takes a diligence of making small improvements daily, whether that's at the top for leadership or for all the staff working and doing the daily grind. In this series, we improve to win with a continuous improvement focus. So we encourage you to utilize these videos as monthly community learning sessions. We review tools, training, and resources aimed to provide help to produce further results and grow revenues. We offer coaching, mentors, and we truly inspire everyone to take a continuous improvement approach and try to get a little bit better every single day. And why get involved with continuous improvement? This is where you can get tools to solve problems that are difficult to fix. You can seize opportunities that could change how we do things for the better. And overall, I think it's professional development. You're learning new skills, you're networking with others within the Six Sigma or continuous improvement realm, you're getting leadership experience, collaborating, and learning from others outside of your circle. In this session, we'll talk a little bit about conditioned thinking, maybe trying to expand your mind and expand your perspective, what aspects actually form continuous improvement in Lean Six Sigma, snapshots of some of the tools and uses, and how to be an awesome project champion, again, whether you're a staff member or you're the CEO. And there's always some leadership call to action, so we'll talk a little bit about that at the end.
Improvement. Well, I would like to explain this concept by analyzing the two words separately, and then mix them up. Let us start with continuous. Continuous means that has to be done now and forever. You cannot imagine performing the continuous improvement only in January, or only on Friday. The sense here is that you have to carry out the continuous improvement every day. As the word suggests, has to be continuous. Now, a permanent staff of professionals has to be 100% dedicated to the improvement. Otherwise, it cannot be continuous and the shop floor easily will slip back to the old habits. This attains to all the departments like HR, quality, sourcing, etc. So, to reach this continuity, the senior management has to be totally committed. Believe me, there is no chance to be successful if the leadership is not on board. Now, let us move to the second word, improvement. Improvement means to be better than before. For example, I have improved my run time if I have moved from 10 kilometers to 15 kilometers run in 45 minutes. Or, I have lost my weight from 90 kilograms to 85 kilograms with a target of 80 kilograms. Okay. Please note that to make improvements there are a couple of things to underline as necessary. First, you need a system to measure what you want to improve. It is known the famous sentence, you cannot improve what you do not measure. Second, you need a target to reach. My suggestion here is to have a target that is achievable by the team in a reasonable time frame. For example, the team has to reduce the defects of the SKU 1234 from 3% to 2% in 2 months. This metric will be updated weekly and monitored daily. I want to underline that the improvement has not to be huge in one shot. The key point is to have improvements every day, everywhere, made by everyone. After a constant application of this methodology, you will see incredible results. This concept of the power of consistency is explained in the book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Well, Continuous improvement is often called Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese word that means Kai equals change, Zen equals better. So, I am fine to use one or the other. Well, it is now time to mix the words and jump to conclusions. Continuous improvement is a methodology that aims people to continuously ask themselves, how can I do better in my job? The team has to practice in finding the root cause of the problems and implement solutions faster and faster. It does not happen overnight, and a company has to practice for years before labeling as an expert. There are many tools you can use in the continuous improvement process. But do not forget that the most important thing is to involve people, listen and respect them. In the next video, I will start to explain how to implement.
So you saw from this video that lean and continuous improvement is not just one shot and it's done. It's little tiny improvements every day. So I want to start by expanding your thinking a little bit. So to start expanding your mind from conditioned thinking, I want to pull up the geocentric view of our solar system. And this was believed by everyone for centuries. So you'll notice that the Earth is in the center, the sun and the planets are all revolving around the Earth. But then it became apparent that we were wrong in that initial thinking, and the sun is actually the center of our particular universe, with the planets, including Earth, revolving around the sun. And the point of this here is that many times we end up believing what we're taught. So if the Earth being in the center is what all the philosophers, all the scientists, your parents, your boss believes, then that's what you're going to believe most likely. So I want you to just think about the potential of getting away from normalcy a little bit in every part of your day and challenging yourself to think outside of the norm a little bit. So what is Lean Six Sigma waste methodology? Waste is any step in the process that is not required to complete the process successfully, and it's non-value adding. So when waste is removed, only the steps that are truly value adding are there to deliver a satisfactory product or service throughout that end process. There are many tools in our toolbox, but some of the simple tools that we'll look at are voice of customer, stratification or affinity diagrams, waste elimination, and the acronym here is downtime, process mapping, and this is one of my favorites, Kaizens, also one of my favorites, including thorough brainstorming, 5 whys and root cause analysis, and then we move over to some more of the complex tools for Lean Six Sigma and continuous improvement, including total quality management, DMAIC, process mapping analysis, standardization and visual process controls, value-added versus non-value-added evaluations, process cycle time and cycle efficiency, and the capability analysis and capability maturity models. The voice of the customer is this. It's a process used to capture requirements, feedback, and purely the customer, whether it's internal or external, to provide the customers with the best in-class approach for quality. The process here is all about being proactive, constantly innovating and capturing and changing the requirements of the customer with time. The voice of customer is stated and unstated needs. So this could be a variety of direct discussions, interviews, surveys, focus groups, customer specifications, observations, warranty data, field reports, complaint logs, emails, and more. An affinity diagram, or KJ business tool, really looks at organizing the large number of ideas under their natural relationships, or arranging or classifying them into like groupings. So you'll notice that If there's something relating to time, like the frequency of reporting, that's under the timeliness category. So it's really making sure that various topics that will be reviewed are under the appropriate heading and the appropriate focus. And this really helps with brainstorming a great deal. So the downtime acronym looks at the 8 wastes. So we're looking at defects, overproduction, waiting, non-utilized talent, transportation waste, inventory waste, excess motion, and extra processing. And if we were to actually come in and do a brainstorm with you on your process, we would utilize downtime and review all of these steps to make sure that we get rid of any waste as much as possible, that we work with leadership, that we work with production, that we work with your operations group to make sure that we're evaluating these downtime wastes and getting rid of anything potential to save time and increase productivity. When we look at value added versus non-value added, the ultimate lean target is truly to eliminate waste, period. So we're looking at the areas of value add, cost time, cost money, adds value, versus non-value adding, obvious waste, valueless effort, and really taking out anything that is waste and only keeping the value added portions of the process. And really, I've seen this so many times where the best way to accomplish this is have an outside eye come in and look at your process, we map it out, and we truly digest what is value added and what is not. And let's chat a moment here about process mapping. This is, again, one of my favorites. It's a true visual representation of the workflow and the roles involved. I've sat down with so many groups before, and I said, let's do a quick napkin map of your process. And they said, well, I've never even thought about all the exact aspects of our process. And that's exactly why we do this. So we map to the level of detail required to identify opportunities for improvement. We only go to the level of detail helpful for the initiative. Sometimes we want to go deeper. Sometimes we just want to put a surface level process map in place. We can process map these out as current state and then future state so that we see what's currently going on versus where we really want to take this. And the process maps can be used to achieve standardized processes. It can incorporate a Kaizen later on, which is a brainstorming. It can be a couple hours, or it could be a 3 to 5 day event, depending on the level of depth of the Kaizen. But then we can actually spit out a future state process map that is value added, and it's got ideas and brainstorming attributes that lead to better process and better operations and revenue overall. The next area to discuss is 5 whys and root cause analysis. And simply, this is an effective way to truly discover the root cause. There's so many times where someone might say, yep, that's why this is happening. That's the problem right there. And it's not until they start diving deeper and asking more questions and more questions until they truly derive that root cause. So 1, we like to identify what's being impacted. Number 2, we like to observe and define the context of the problem. Number 3, we start asking why until we can't ask why any further. But I challenge you to continuously ask why, and you will get deeper into that root cause. Number 4 is identifying, implementing the corrective actions. And then number 5, follow up on implemented solutions. Did it fix the problem? Maybe we can do a PDCA, which is plan, do, check, act, so we can test a little bit of that, pilot out some of the implemented solutions, and see if it truly is a fix to our root cause. Through the total quality management, this is a true teamwork-based approach to improve performance through continual improvement and looking at internal practices. So 1, we like to select a theme, something we're trying to fix or reduce from X to Y by a certain date. Then we'll collect and analyze some of the data. Maybe we'll put it into certain graphs. A Pareto graph is always nice to see kind of that 80-20 perspective of a problem or some of the data. Then we'll start analyzing some of the causes, and maybe we'll map that out on a fishbone diagram or Ishikawa diagram and really look at what's the main focus and how does that branch out into other problems or aspects that we could look at fixing and brainstorming on. Then we plan and provide that solution matrix. We evaluate the effects before and after the Pareto and before and after the solutions that we put in place. And we put a level of standardization in place, and then finally reflection to go back months later or a year later to determine if those changes were impactful and if there's something that we can go ahead and change again if needed. Objective on the... And to wrap up for today, I challenge you to get our book now for yourself or for your staff. We have the book that is titled Can Change Enhance Your Business? Nope, Your Life, using Lean Six Sigma and continuous improvement methodologies to better you and your life. So this is available on Amazon. This breaks down how to utilize Lean Six Sigma and continuous improvement daily to make changes to all aspects within that wheel of life. So personal, spiritual, family, relationships, money, investments, retirement, work-related items, that entire wheel. How can we utilize these tools, resources, and the methodologies to really make further impact on your life? So get this for your team today. They'll be appreciative. It'll help for personal development, and it also could help for business development. If you do have a certain idea and it's a problem that your company or your department hasn't been able to get through, feel free to jot some ideas down from aspects of this form. What is the opportunity? What's the pain point? What are some of the descriptors that may be needed? Is this part of my day job? Is my supervisor supportive? Is this aligned to my development? Is there a champion that may be appropriate? Are there any hard benefits versus soft benefits? What positive impact would this have to customer experience? Can this project be completed within less than 3 months? And any other existing metrics to provide success. Feel free to send me an email at jason@themillisecond.com, or it can be sent to our main email, jason@dmedia5.com. We'll get back with you. We'll start doing a little analysis and chat review on it and see if we might be able to get involved with you. So again, as a reminder, continuous improvement takes diligence of making small improvements every day. So I will put more out around various Lean Six Sigma and continuous improvement tools and resources, how to utilize those, and make that training impactful for you, your teams. So if you do have to get with us, feel free to reach out, email, phone, text, whatever you'd like. We're more than happy to help out with video training, getting your company set up on our e-learning SaaS platform, which is fully customizable. We can do a consultation around a Kaizen, a Black Belt project, or just continuous improvement overall for your team, your staff, and your individuals. Thanks. Have a great day.